now we're going to move on to the third component of your big three, and that's your sleep system. I started, I think she's always used a quilt.
Always.
I started with a big bag from REI. It was huge. And then 2020, I think, is when I went to the quilt. It's Enlightened Equipment, the Enigma. It is a quilt, so hers is sewn up through the foot box. Mine has a zipper, so I can unzip it, but it adds weight. But it's not a full sleeping bag. It just has straps that go underneath your sleeping pad that kind of tuck it into the sides, but not a full bag. It's a quilt, as it says. It's a 0 degree. Mine is 850 down fill. Hers is a 950 down tech fill, which I don't believe you can get anymore.
They don't. It was a water resistant down, and they don't do that anymore. But
right. We both have it in a regular wide size. I will never go back from the quilt. I don't think you will either. No. I think we've landed on the quilt pretty solidly. In fact, I'm about to buy a new one. I don't take as great care of my gear as she does. So, or no. I'm gonna blame it on the Arizona Trail because I have like 4 holes. I don't know if you can see this, that I have patched with like tape. Because in Arizona, everything wants to kill you or puncture you, and my sleeping bag took a big hit. And so when I called them to talk about repairs, it was going to be about $64 per patch, and with my 4 holes, it's about the same price as a new one. So I get a new one. So yeah, that's my quilt. And her quilt too.
Yeah,
different colors.
Different colors. I have a little different fill because I bought mine in 2015, but it's
and
a regular wide 0
Your
degree.
foot box is so
I
shy.
have the regular Enigma that has the sewn foot box. I do not have a zipper on mine, and so it makes it a slightly lighter weight. To
and
have
mine has a drawstring.
Yeah, she has a drawstring
so
and a zipper.
Stick my feet out.
And I've never, ever wanted a hole in my foot box. I like my feet warm, so if I do, I just take my feet out of it and leave. And it's not for me. I have a sewn foot box, and it does take a little bit of the weight away because I don't have the drawstring and the zipper. So.
Right. As far as sleeping pads go, I'm a big fan of the Z-Lite, the Thermalest Z-Lite. I've always carried one with me. I started out in 2018 with this. Some people tell you side sleepers have a hard time on this. I'm a side sleeper. I'm a heavier gal. I've never had a problem. I've always been comfortable on this. The problem is you do have to replace it every once in a while. These are kind of flat. When you first buy it, they're buffed up a little more. So it does compress after use. So I'll probably go through 2 or 3 on a 1,000 or plus mile hike. So you do have to replace it. I carried an air mattress last year. I'm too lazy for an air mattress. I don't want to blow it up and put it in my tent and then in the morning deflate it and roll it up. Like I like throwing this in my tent and I'm done. So I just use this.
And you have something else you use, don't you? Pillow.
Oh, the pillow. Yeah, do you have the pillow?
Yes.
So we've both gone to guess what company makes this. You're right, it's Z-Packs. So we've both gone to the Z-Packs pillow, inflatable pillow. I think it's like what, 1 ounce?
If
I think
that.
it's 1 ounce.
Keep talking and I'll tell you.
The thing I'm really excited, this will be my first time carrying this one. And the thing I'm really excited about is it has the cord that hooks under your sleeping pad. So as you're sleeping, the pillow doesn't slip out from underneath you. So it hooks it to your sleep pad. So I'm really excited about that feature. But yeah, we both landed on this one for a pillow.
It's 1.6 ounces
1.6
with
ounces.
that strap. Now, I've always had an inflatable pillow that had a little fabric topper on it so that it felt more like comfortable. This is a polyester top. So
it's not
soft. It's not soft or comfortable. So one of the hacks that they talk about when using these pillows is I took my buff and slipped it over the inflatable pillow, and it is like a slip cover for your pillow. And it does 2 things. It helps keep it in place, and it gives it a soft texture. So it's something I already have in my pack. I'm not adding anything to my pack, but it sure is adding a lot of comfort. But for 1.6 ounces, it is a great luxury item to have. And we both have done the stuff sack with all of our clothes in it, but guess what? We've been going with less and less clothing.
But if
and
you're wearing your clothing, there's
to
nothing
stay
in
warm,
your
there's
pillow.
nothing to put under your head. And I cannot sleep like that. I would end up with a crooked neck, and then I'd be miserable for days. So yeah, so she does the basic pad, she does the pillow like I do. We have basically the same quilts. But and you also you just ordered yourself a stuff sack.
Z-Pack.
Okay, we have a
Z-Packs.
Z-Packs dry bag that we stuff our quilts in. It is imperative to make sure that your sleep system stays dry. It's a matter of life and death at some point in time in your hiking career. You will find that you will be very thankful that you were able to keep your items dry. So instead of using a pack liner, we've both done that in the past. It's kind of a pain.
It's a pain.
It's always, every time you're in your pack, you have to roll it down. You got to do all that. They wear out. You got to replace them. Not always easy to find a trash compactor bag, but it's just not convenient, and it adds unnecessary weight. So the Z-Packs dry bags, this is a large, big dry sack, and it holds the quilt completely dry. In fact, I don't even have it compressed down, but they compress down very, very small and fit in your pack so much better for the whole quilt. So anything, like I put my pillow and anything that I use for sleeping, if I put my buff, if I'm not wearing my buff, and I put everything in here. So when I open it up, everything I need to sleep is in here. Now, I have 2 sleep pads, but it's not really a sleep pack. I do like comfort. I'm older. I have bad joints. I have a very strong feeling about getting a good night's sleep, and everybody sleeps differently. But for me, if I do not get good sleep, I know my performance the following day is not going to be as good, and it will suffer, and I'm not going to get as much miles, or if I do, I'm going to be miserable trying to get them. So one of the things that I have is a dual purpose, is I also carry a Z-Light, but I have only a portion of mine. I have cut it down to size. This is my sit pad. So when we stop, she uses hers for a sit pad as well. It's on the outside of my pack. Every time we stop to take an extended break, I throw it on the ground. I've taken naps on it. I've stood on it to change my clothes. I've throw it outside my tent when I put my backpack on it if the ground's wet, so I'm packing things up. It is so versatile and so lightweight. But in my tent, I use it as my base between my tent and my air mattress, because I do use an air mattress. And at all cost, I'm trying to alleviate anything puncturing. And since I'm already carrying this to sit on, I just put it underneath, and I put it under my hips and my core. It does help as an insulating factor. It's cushier, so when I am flopping up, because I'm a side sleeper as well, I don't feel the bumps and stuff on the ground. And it also protects my air mattress. I have switched my air mattress this year from a Thermarest. What did I have? Thermarest Neolight. This is the Neoair Uber Light. Now, the other one that I've been carrying for the last couple years works fine. It's great. I love it. But it's also has a higher R value, so it's a little heavier. No, it's a lot heavier. So I went from about a 4.3 R value, which is a fairly warm. That's a good 3-season air mattress. This is no warmer than this, really. It's about the same. Now it's 2.5 inches of air, so it's cushier. But this combined with this, the warmth value is the same as the heavier pad. So I've gone to this year. It's look how tiny it is. It's the size of a beer can. I mean, it's a big beer can, but a Foster's. But it's big. It's small and it's very compact. I do not use this stuff sack. I don't use this in my pack. I just put my sleep pad in there. But so that's my sleep system. We each use the same pad, the suction bag. We have the quilts. We each use the same sit pads. I've just added this to my sleep system. So my sleep system total weight is 2.86 pounds, and yours is
2.65 pounds.
So really not that much difference, and I have an air mattress with mine, so
She's comfy.
I'm a little more comfy. She probably would be comfy too, but she doesn't.
I sleep really great on trail, so I mean I sleep through Jumanji, so I
Yes,
think my
you did.
sleep system's fine.
So yeah, so those are how we have lightened our packs and our sleep systems. I really haven't done much but change this out to a lighter, and it's working fine for me. So do you want to talk about our overall numbers?
Oh yeah, so for those of you that like to crunch the numbers, our grand totals. Okay. Mine comes in at 6.43 pounds, and TC's comes in at 5.97. So I think we're both really happy with that. We've both come a long ways.
We've gone from very heavy packs.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that her and I've talked about a lot is it's taken us years of hiking
trial and
error and a lot of money to get this gear set up. Not every gear setup is going to be right for every other person, and that's why it's taken trial and error. You know, she took out a tent. She didn't like the tent. She had to get a different one. I mean, we do that. That's what happens. But there are lots and lots of cottage companies out there that sell this ultralight equipment and gear, and it's very expensive. You don't have to have this gear. You don't have to start backpacking or start through hiking and getting all this kind of gear. What's important is that you research what works for you, try it, but your big three, your pack, your shelter, and your sleep system will be, no matter what your budget, will be where most of your money is spent, because it is a matter of life and death that you have the right equipment for the right conditions that you're hiking in.
And you kind of want to ensure that that big three stays with you throughout the entire trail. Like you don't want to, we've both seen people switch out their packs, switch out their tents mid-trail. It's not fun. You kind of want to land on something that's going to last you the whole trail and make you comfortable and keep you alive.
And you can spend a lot of money, but you can also go with a lot of cheaper alternatives. And I have found alternative equipment at Walmart, Dick's, REI. I mean, you can find used equipment online. There's lots of garage sale spots on the internet that you can get used equipment, this kind of equipment used. People who just aren't going to backpack anymore or find that it doesn't work for them. So do your due diligence. Research what's important to you. Are you a day hiker? Are you a weekend hiker? Are you a section hiker? Or are you a through hiker? Whatever your needs are, you don't have to start with the cottage companies, but these are the products and companies that we recommend for what we are doing today, and all the links and descriptions for all of our gear will be located in the description below.
And like they say, you know, you run into 1,000 hikers, you'll get 1,000 different opinions. Same with this. This is just where we happen to land, or maybe not land. Maybe I haven't landed on my pack and I'll switch again. Let's hope not.
Yeah. So in order to have the best time on trail, know what your needs are as best as you can, and don't just go out on trail without setting up your tent more than once. Because you don't want to be caught off guard and realize you didn't even bring tent stakes with you. So be prepared, but just do your due diligence and research the different items that fit your needs and budget.
I think that's it for us in this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, throw them at the bottom. We will do our best to answer them. And good luck to you. Happy trails to you. See y'all.
Bye. There goes my water. That really sucks.
Your water just, oh.
I knocked it over. And
Your
now it's
fizzy
going to my
water.
tent. Now it's going to go to my pack. And my fanny pack's in it. My shoes are in it. Motherfucker, my pillow's in it.
At least you did it after the video started.